Welcome back to my channel, Modern Citizens. It's your boy YOVANNI. Wow. So I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I'm just really happy with my results so far this week on this new Modern Citizen diet. So it's officially day 11. I am on the 11th day of 100% just eating meat, salt, and water. Some call it the carnivore diet. For me, that always sounds like you're like in a zombie land or something, and you're gonna turn into a zombie and eat people. I don't want to do that. I don't really like that word. Some people call it the lion diet, made popular by Jordan Peterson and his daughter Michaela Peterson. And they have a really good story, so go look them up. And some people call it the proper human diet. I know that Dr. Ken Berry, very popular on YouTube, fantastic doctor. It's the carnivore diet. My friends call it the modern citizen diet. And to me, it makes perfect sense because it's, for me, a beautiful, clean, holistic, whatever you want to call it, way of eating. Look, right off the bat, I'm not a doctor. Please don't take my advice, but I'm doing my advice because in just 11 days, I cannot begin to tell you how great I feel. I really do feel a huge change in just 1 week. For example, I'm not hungry whatsoever. I have zero cravings. Let me tell you something. I've been on every diet in the book. I really have. Everything from Jenny Craig Atkins. I was a vegetarian for 1 year, then I went strictly vegan for 2 years, so 3 years altogether. And yes, I lost weight, I ran, but man, was I miserable. And then I gained it all back, of course. Life is like that. But one thing I learned throughout this whole period so far, I'm just cutting out sugars, cutting out every single form of carb possible. I'm talking about rice, pasta, vegetables, fruits, all that. I just stopped eating them and I've replaced it with really amazing meats and little fats that are on the meat, chicken. I had turkey, a big giant turkey leg today, and lots of butter. I really like ghee. I was starting to get into olive oil, but I'm putting that aside a little bit because I really enjoy ghee, which is clarified butter. So that's something that I'm really cooking a lot of my, recipes in. And I'm actually playing around. I'm messing around and seeing what interesting ideas I can come up with in just this process of eating only meat and beef and high fatty foods. Let me tell you, modern citizens, I know it sounds crazy. Look, the keto diet is all the rage. Everybody knows about the keto diet. I've been on the keto diet, but there are a lot of pitfalls and a lot of bad ways to do the keto diet. A lot of people fall into what you call dirty keto. For me, dirty keto includes probably sometimes eating a lot of cheese, a lot of bacon. Some people eat ham. Some people eat cold cuts. All that is processed. It has refined sugars and all nasty sorts of things inside. So, that being said, with all the physical and internal problems that I've been having for the past 3 years, I'm talking about IBS, being tired, stressed out, horribly depressed. Really, really bad. And I couldn't really pinpoint what was going on. And then little by little, I started to really pay attention to what I was eating. I didn't change my diet. I just said, let me just test things out. I was, of course, like everybody, drinking coffee and adding creamer to it. But I was adding instant creamer, that carnation cream that you buy off the store shelf. Yeah, that stuff. Ugh. But then I said, no, let me not use that. So I started using heavy cream, which is great. Hey, beautiful. But then I didn't have that, so I used milk because my mom has it. She drinks a lot of it. I don't really drink too much milk, but it's there. And of course, monk fruit sweetener or stevia, or sometimes even plain old sugar. And that was it. Bread, rice, and that was in every meal. And I can begin to tell you, not only was that playing the role, but I hate going to the grocery store. I really hate going to the store, period. It's such a waste of time going up and down the aisles looking for what you're gonna buy, what you're gonna eat. You're looking for prices. You're trying to read labels and how many calories, how many carbs, how many sugars, and you're just going crazy reading these labels, trying to find out what's gonna be healthy to eat. And not on top of that, hey, look, I'm doing it right now. There's a new diet. Here's another diet where I'm going down the rabbit hole. I'm literally, because I don't believe that the carnivore diet is really caught on yet. It's been the number one way of eating since, from what I read and hear, the beginning of mankind. Our ancestors, that's all they ate, the cavemans and all that. If you really dive deep, like I have in this whole past week, I've gone all into this new lifestyle of eating. More of like an experiment, and creating a video like this is a huge experiment because I'm putting myself out there for people like you and people like me. Look, just last week I was just browsing the YouTube and the internet, and I happened to be depressed and angry and sad, and oh, Lord and behold, here pops up this video on the algorithm, and it was about carnivore diet, and it just started randomly playing, and all of a sudden it was Joe Rogan talking about how it's amazingly changed his life. All of a sudden Jordan Peterson came on. I follow these guys, I listen to what they say. Not Joe Rogan really, or not really follow, but they have a lot of interesting guests, a lot of interesting topics, and this was one of them. And I said, let me investigate this a little bit more. And the more I started to research, the more I started to read, learn, watch. There's a lot of great information on YouTube, reputable information. Of course, you are a smart person, modern citizen, so you know how to differentiate from the BS and the good source. So you got to get to the meat of it. You got to get to the fat of it. No pun intended, but that's just what I did. I got into the meat of the modern citizen diet. I'm getting into the fat of it, and wow, I feel great. I really do. I think the best part about it is I do have a little bit more sense of calmness. Definitely not hungry at all. I literally now, for the past couple of days, have been eating just for the sake of eating. And if it's one last thing that I'm gonna leave you with until next time, is this: don't live to eat. Eat to live. So simple. Remember that. And if you remember that, you'll be good to go. So remember, claim success. One day success will claim you. So I'll catch you on stage, and go eat some meat.